Have you ever wondered why some people die with their eyes open? It sounds spooky at first, like the body's trying to say, "Excuse me, I still have one question." But the real answer is not ghosts, curses, or dramatic movie magic. It is mostly biology. Your eyelids are like tiny curtains for your eyes, except they are attached to your face and never get a vacation. To move those eyelids, your body uses small muscles around the eyes. Your brain sends signals through nerves that tell those muscles what to do. When the signal says close, the eyelids come down like theater curtains after a very tiny eye performance. When the signal says open, the eyelids pop back up and your eyes return to staring at snacks, phones, and unpaid bills. Blinking feels automatic, but it still needs your brain, nerves, and muscles working together. So yes, even your cool little eyeballs depend on teamwork. Every blink is like a tiny camera shutter, snapping open and closed all day long. Your eyelids do this so often, they probably think they are the hardest working curtains in show business. The eyelid muscles have a simple job list: blink, close, open, repeat, and occasionally help you look suspicious. The brain keeps pressing the blink button thousands of times a day without asking for applause. When everything works properly, the eyelids close smoothly and everybody in the face office celebrates. But if the muscles stop working, the eyelids cannot just say, "No problem, we will finish this ourselves." Eyelids need instructions. Without instructions, they get lazy very quickly. Left alone, the eyelids may relax like they just discovered a hammock and canceled all meetings. Normally, the muscles keep them moving and say, "Come on, eyelids, we have blinking to do." But when the muscles relax, the eyelids may only slide partway down, like tired curtains giving up halfway. So let's meet the real workers behind this mystery: the muscles. These muscles may be small, but they help your eyelids move all day long. Without muscle action, your eyelids cannot reliably open, close, blink, squint, or wink awkwardly. The brain sends nerve signals, kind of like tiny lightning messages saying, "Move now, please." The eyelids receive the message and say, "Ah, yes, close the curtains." Very professional. That is how your eyes close when everything is working normally. When you sleep, your eyelids stay closed because your body still has enough control to keep them that way. Think of eyelids like window shades controlled by a pull cord. If the cord stops working, the shade might get stuck halfway. While a person is alive, the body is in full life mode. The brain is at the control desk, managing the whole operation. The muscles are busy doing their jobs like tiny employees who never get coffee breaks. The eyelids open and close because the brain and muscles are still communicating. And the blink count keeps going up because your eyes hate being dry and dusty. Honestly, the blink factory is busier than a drive-thru at lunchtime. Your eyelid muscles keep working quietly in the background, even though nobody thanks them at dinner. But there's another character in this story: gravity. Gravity is always around, gently pulling things downward, because apparently that is its hobby. So yes, even gravity gets invited to the eyelid mystery meeting. Now we get to the serious part, explained gently and simply. When a person dies, the body's normal control systems stop working. The brain stops sending regular signals to the muscles. The muscle manager puts away the whistle because the muscles are no longer taking commands. The eyelids stop receiving their usual instructions to open, close, or blink. The muscles around the eyes relax, just like other muscles in the body. When those muscles relax, the eyelids may droop unevenly. Sometimes one eyelid closes more than the other, like one showed up to work and the other stayed home. Gravity may also tug gently on the eyelids, depending on the position of the head and face. This can make the eyes look open or partly open, even though nothing spooky is happening. Important note: open eyes after death do not automatically mean fear. It is not usually ghosts, haunted eyeballs, or a final staring contest with the ceiling. The truth is less scary and more like the eyelid muscles stopped getting instructions. Doctors and caregivers understand this as a normal physical change. The eyelids are basically off duty, resting wherever they ended up. The muscles are no longer actively pulling them closed. The brain is no longer sending the normal blink and close messages. So eyes staying open can happen naturally after death. Sometimes the eyelids stop halfway, like a curtain that got tired before the end of the show. The big reason is relaxed muscles, not mystery. Another way to think about it is like a door. If nobody closes the door may stay open. Eyelids also need a working system to move them into place. The muscles are like the helper that usually pulls the door shut. Without muscle control, the eyelids may simply stay where they were. That is simple, a little weird, but scientifically accurate. The position of the body also matters. If the head and face rest a certain way, the eyelids may not naturally close. They may remain slightly open because the muscles are relaxed and the face is no longer actively controlling them. And gravity just shrugs and says, I was only doing my job. So let's be very clear, open eyes do not prove the person was scared. That idea is a myth, and myths love dramatic music. Professor Blink is here to gently bonk that myth with science. Poof, goodbye, spooky rumor. The better explanation is biology, not ghosts. Thank you, science. Please take a small bow. The eyelids are just face curtains, not secret message boards. A doctor would explain it as muscle relaxation, nerve signals stopping, and body position. The key phrase is simple: muscles relax. Brain signals stop, muscles relax, and the eyelids rest wherever they ended up. Now you might wonder, can someone close the eyelids afterward? Yes. A caregiver, doctor, nurse, or funeral worker may gently close them. This is usually done to help the person look peaceful and natural. It is a respectful act, not a magical one. Closed eyelids can make the face look calm, like the curtains finally came down. Even gravity can take a sandwich break at this point. The muscles are still relaxed and no longer doing their normal work. The brain is no longer sending the usual signals. So remember the three main ideas: brain signals, muscle control, and eyelid position. Open eyes after death usually mean relaxed eyelids, not a spooky final message. So was it a dramatic movie moment? Usually no. It is more like biology forgot to pull the curtains. The eyelid curtains may get stuck halfway, and that is all. It sounds strange, but it is actually a simple body process. We can talk about it respectfully while still making the science easy to understand. The muscles stop working, the eyelids relax, body position matters, and gravity may help decide where the eyelids rest. So the eyes being open does not usually mean fear, horror, or mystery. It usually means the body's curtain system stopped before the curtains fully closed. Mystery solved. Science wins, spooky rumors lose, and eyelids remain the most underrated little curtains on the human face.